Have you ever thought eating vegetables was the safest thing you could do for your heart? What if? That's not always true after 60. Because some of the vegetables you eat every day, yes, the ones you thought were helping, could slowly be making your heart weaker. And the hardest part is, most people never see it coming. The hidden danger many seniors miss. Many older adults believe they're doing the right thing, eating more greens, skipping fried food, cutting back on sugar. But there's something most people don't realize. Certain vegetables, when eaten the wrong way or combined with common heart medications, can slowly weaken your heart without any warning signs. And the hardest part is, you may feel fine while it's happening. But over time, that quiet damage adds up. And one day, it might be the reason you feel more tired, dizzy, or short of breath than you used to. What this video will show you. In this video, I want to gently walk you through 5 common vegetables that could be working against your heart, especially if you're over 60. I'll explain why they may be risky, what science says, and most importantly, what safer choices you can make instead. If you've ever felt unsure about what's truly good for your heart, you're not alone. Type 1 in the comments if you've ever thought you were eating healthy, but still didn't feel quite right. Type 0 if you've never felt that way. And feel free to share where you're watching from. We're building a community of people who care about staying strong, independent, and well-informed at every age. Spinach, the healthy food that may silence your medication. You've probably heard that spinach is a heart-healthy superfood, and for many people, it is. But if you're taking blood thinners like Warfarin, spinach might quietly interfere with your treatment. Here's why. Spinach is full of vitamin K1, a natural compound that helps your liver produce clotting factors. It's not bad in itself. In fact, it's part of how your body heals. But medications like Warfarin work by slowing down that clotting process. They do it by blocking vitamin K from being recycled in the body. So when you suddenly eat large amounts of spinach, it adds a surge of vitamin K, which can override the medication's effect. Your blood may start to clot more easily, even if you're still taking your pills. That's why doctors often monitor something called your INR. It's a way to measure how thin your blood really is. But the problem is, you won't feel any of this happening. There are no warning signs, until one day a clot forms where it shouldn't. I've heard stories of people who felt fine, ate spinach smoothies every morning, and then ended up in the ER, all because their blood had become too thick again, without anyone noticing. So no, spinach isn't the enemy. But if you eat it consistently, not in big changes week to week. And always talk to your doctor before adding more to your meals. Because what you eat can either support your heart or silently undo the protection your medication is giving you. Pickled cucumbers, the salty trap that silently squeezes your heart. Pickles seem harmless. A few slices on your sandwich, a little crunch on the side. They're cool, tangy, and feel like a healthy addition to the plate. But for many seniors, those little green bites are hiding a much bigger problem. Pickled cucumbers are soaked in salty brine, and just a few slices can contain over 1,000 milligrams of sodium. That's more than half of what your body should take in for the whole day. Sodium doesn't just flavor food. It holds water in your bloodstream, which makes your heart pump harder. Over time, that added pressure can lead to high blood pressure, hardened arteries, and eventually heart failure. And after 60, this gets even trickier. Kidney function naturally declines with age. It's something called a reduced glomerular filtration rate. That means your body doesn't flush out sodium as efficiently as it used to. So the salt stays in your bloodstream longer, raising your blood volume and adding more pressure to your artery walls. Over time, your heart has to push harder with every beat. This can lead to a condition called left ventricular hypertrophy, where the walls of your heart thicken from years of overwork. And the danger is, you don't feel any of it happening. There's no signal, no pain, just silent strain, building day by day. So what can you do? Try cooking more at home. Use herbs, garlic, or lemon to bring out flavor instead of salt. And read labels carefully because sodium can hide in foods that seem healthy. When it comes to your heart, protecting your arteries is one of the most loving things you can do. Red peppers, the spicy kick that could be stressing your heart. For many people, food is more than nutrition. It's comfort, it's memory, it's joy, and nothing brings that feeling quite like a little spice. A bowl of chili, a slice of pepper, a touch of heat to make a meal come alive. But as we get older, that fiery flavor might be doing more than just warming your taste buds. Spicy foods stimulate your sympathetic nervous system, the part of your body responsible for the fight or flight response. When triggered, it releases a chemical called norepinephrine. That chemical makes your blood vessels tighten and your heart beat faster, getting your body ready to respond to stress. In younger adults, this response is usually well balanced. But after 60, when your arteries have lost some of their flexibility, that same reaction can lead to sudden spikes in blood pressure, or even trigger irregular heart rhythms. You might not notice anything right away. Maybe your heart flutters. Maybe your chest feels tight. You sit down after dinner, and suddenly your pulse feels louder than usual, like your body's working harder than it should, even though you're resting. Or you just feel a little off after a spicy meal. And for those with existing heart conditions, it might be more than a momentary discomfort. But that doesn't mean you have to give up on flavor. You can still enjoy rich, comforting meals using heart-friendly spices like garlic, rosemary, ginger, or lemon. They add warmth and depth without putting your heart on high alert. Because when it comes to staying strong, a steady heart matters more than a spicy thrill. Raw garlic, when natural medicine turns against you. Garlic has been trusted for generations. Some people eat it raw, crush it into salads, or even swallow whole cloves like vitamins. It's natural, it's powerful, and yes, it's been shown to help lower cholesterol and support heart health. But like many powerful things, it can become risky, especially when used the wrong way or in the wrong amount. Garlic contains a compound called allicin, and it has natural antiplatelet effects. That means it helps prevent your blood from clotting too easily. On its own, that might be helpful, but when combined with medications like aspirin, clopidogrel, or warfarin, which already thin your blood, the effects can multiply. The risk of bleeding doesn't just increase, it rises quickly and sometimes without warning. That's why even natural remedies need to be treated like real medicine, because they are. I've met people who thought raw garlic was helping them, only to end up with nosebleeds that wouldn't stop, unexplained bruises, or sudden drops in blood pressure. And after 60, your body can't always bounce back the way it used to. So here's a better way. If you love garlic, cook it gently. Roast it, saute it, let it soften. And if you're thinking about taking it daily, talk to your doctor first, especially if you're on any heart medication. Garlic isn't bad, but how and when you use it matters more than most people think. Because even good things, when mixed the wrong way, can quietly turn against your heart. Raw sprouts, the clean food that could overwhelm your heart. They look fresh, light, wholesome. Bean sprouts, alfalfa sprouts, you often see them tossed into salads or laid gently on a sandwich. They seem like the perfect healthy choice, especially if you're trying to eat clean and natural. But here's something many people don't know. Sprouts grow in warm, moist environments, the exact conditions that bacteria love. And for aging bodies, that's a problem. Listeria and E. coli outbreaks linked to raw sprouts have been recorded by the CDC for decades. These bacteria can live inside the sprout itself, not just on the surface, which makes them nearly impossible to wash away. In younger, stronger systems, they might just cause a few days of nausea or stomach cramps. But in older adults, especially those with heart conditions or weakened immunity, they can trigger much more serious issues. One of them is endocarditis, a dangerous infection of the heart's inner lining. I've known people who felt perfectly fine until a simple salad with raw sprouts left them hospitalized, weak, and unsure what had gone wrong. The good news? You don't have to give them up entirely. Just cook them. A quick saute, a light steam, it's enough to kill the bacteria while keeping the flavor and crunch. Because after 60, it's not just about what you eat, it's about how your body handles it. And sometimes, a tiny change in how you prepare your food can make a big difference in how you feel every day. So what should you eat to support your heart after 60? By now, you've seen how even healthy foods, when eaten the wrong way or at the wrong time, can quietly make things harder on your heart. So let's shift the focus. What can you eat that actually helps? The best foods for your heart after 60 aren't exotic or expensive. They're simple, natural, and gentle on the body, exactly what your heart needs to stay strong. Think lightly steamed vegetables like broccoli or kale, roasted carrots, baked sweet potatoes, cooked tomatoes, a warm bowl of lentils or green beans. These foods are rich in fiber, antioxidants, potassium, and magnesium, all nutrients that support healthy circulation and reduce inflammation. In fact, studies in older adults show that meals rich in potassium, magnesium, and plant-based antioxidants can help lower systolic blood pressure by up to 10 mmHg without needing to increase medication. They also digest more easily. After 60, that matters more than we realize. Your body works hard every day. The last thing your heart needs is a struggle at mealtime. And flavor? You won't miss out. You can still enjoy every bite by seasoning with herbs, lemon, a little turmeric, or gently cooked garlic. Eating well doesn't mean eating boring. It means choosing foods that love your heart back. And the truth is, small changes really do add up. I've seen people turn their energy, their blood pressure, even their sleep around. Not with pills, not with extreme diets, but with a few warm, home-cooked meals each week. That's the power of food, especially when chosen with care. And your heart, after all it's done for you, deserves nothing less. Your heart still has time, and you can start today. Your heart has been beating since the day you were born, more than 2 billion times by now. It's carried you through joy, through stress, through everything life has thrown your way. It never asked for much, but maybe now it's quietly asking for something. Not for perfection, not for big changes, just a little more care, a little more attention. Getting older doesn't mean giving up. It means getting wiser. It means learning to listen, not just to doctors, but to your own body. Some vegetables that once helped may no longer be the best choice for you today. Some habits that felt harmless might need adjusting. But it's not too late, and you don't need to fix everything at once. Start small, stay steady, swap one ingredient, take one mindful bite, cook one warm meal that supports your health, and do it again tomorrow. I've seen people in their 70s and 80s come back stronger than they thought possible. Not through magic, just through patience, consistency, and love for themselves. So ask yourself today, what's one thing I can do, just one, to be kinder to my heart? Because it's still beating for you, still showing up every day, and it's never too late to show up for it in return. Many cardiologists today agree, the most heart-protective diet isn't the strictest, it's the most consistent and whole food-based. And the sooner you start listening to your heart and your doctor, the better it will serve you in return.